What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot Ed. And today I want to talk about the HASLAB Transformers Generation Death Star. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be slightly a devil's advocate on this. Why I feel like just really overall, generally, we should back this. I don't work for Hasbro. I don't support Hasbro. I'm not paid to do any of this. I'm just stating the case for what we're getting with other companies that have released the Deathsaurus. And I'm looking at the cost, and I don't see anything different. I don't see why everybody's upset with HasLab and everybody wants this to fail. And all I hear is this costs too much. It costs too much. But if they did it as a retail release, you wouldn't be able to get the proper tooling or at least something more solid and cohesive. And, what would you rather have? A watered down Deathsaurus or a correctly G1 Deathsaurus from the company? Well, at least from the official versus having to deal with third party. And I'll state the case for third party. While their offerings are good, you have to spend more money in order to achieve that G1 look. The majority of the third party Deathsauruses are built from the IDW version and not built up from the G1. And we're going to talk about that. So this is the original G1 Deathsaurus. This is us. And of course, he does come with the figure. He comes with, some chrome. He's got the winged lion and the eagle, which are the breast force or the breast masters, whatever you want to call them. The thing is, they also become weapons. And also, when they pop out the chest, it still leaves Deathsaurus with a kind of flat chest, kind of like Soundwave in a sense, but he, it does have that, cohesive look. And of course, you get the shiny head for the alt mode. So this is the Planet X version before the expansion pack. This is going to run you anywhere between 169, 179. He's about 9.6 inches, a little shorter than even Victory Saber, which he shouldn't be. This is the expansion pack box. This is the expansion pack. If you're lucky, you can probably get it for right under $50, around $40. So now you spend another $50. So if you round it up, it's already at $220. You get an extra head, extra wings, the eagle, and the little flail weapon. So you get the wings and the head. I forgot about the head. And the head is more G1 accurate. And of course, you get the wings that are G1 accurate. And you get the chicken head that's more G1 accurate. And while it looks pretty decent, from what I understand, you can't have both in his chest. Again, Planet X built this from the IDW version and then added in the parts. So you spend, if you want a G1 accurate looking Deathsaurus and you're shooting for Planet X, you already spent $220. So that's way more than $179 that Hasbro is asking for. But people will scream that third party's better. Okay. State your case as why this is going to be awesome. He's already shorter, or he should be at least the same height or even larger. Now moving on to MMC. And again, they released the IDW version first, and then they released the G1 version second. Now the IDW version on the left, G1 version is on the right. And as you can see, there's different parts and different penalties, but this is still remolded from the IDW version for MMC. Now I do believe the MMC version is 11 inches, which is the same size as the HasLab Victory Saber, which Victory Saber should be the same size, Victory Saber combined mode, as Deathsaurus. And so he comes with the spike flail chain weapon. He comes with the shield, the wings, and everything else. He does come with both of the, if you get the MMC Z-Def Continuum version, you get the, winged eagle as well as, the eagle as well as the winged lion. But they did a little bit of a little trickery as we go through it. And yes, you do get everything, Star Saber, but he doesn't come with the gun. It doesn't come with the chair. It doesn't come with the different things that is, if you watch Victory, he does sit on a special throne. And I think that's pretty cool. We're getting that, and people comparing it to Starscream. That's not Starscream, so stop it. But you do get everything with MMC, and this is the version I was going to get up until a few days ago. Have I backed it? Yes, I've already backed this. I think it's like over 5,000 right now. But you do get a better looking G1 aesthetic here. And that's not bad, but it is $179 to $199 at most places, and you only just get the Starflail weapon. That's it. But granted, it's MMC, so if you know how MMC works, they got some good stuff, some good quality parts and everything like that. But then again, this is still remolded from the IDW, and I'll show you why. The biggest not complaint, because I still want this one because it's going to be readily available. But the biggest complaint I have is that when you take all of the parts off the chest, you're stuck with that weird looking gap. It's weird. The aesthetic is weird. If you see it, once he removes it, he doesn't have that, that kind of like that Soundwave chest when all the other ones are gone. As you can see it here, this is what the chest should look like when none of the parts are in there. He would just have like a flat chest. And that's how you know, if you compare it to the IDW version MMC, they pretty much used the same toy, and then they added, when you add the wings, the eagle, it forms that block. And that's basically better than the Planet X version, but it's still not accurate. So what are we going to get when we get the HASLAB version? We're going to get accuracy for starters, Now, based on how many backers we get, we're going to get the cannon, the living metal weapon cannon, and of course the chair. We also get another sword. So he does have that, as well as the spike ball, but it has to be unlocked by a certain amount of backers. And this is where I don't agree with the HASLAB version, because for this to be made, it's 11,000. For this to get all of the stuff, we need 14 to 17,000. And yes, if you can see here, he's pretty much the same height as Victory Saber, combined, which means he's going to be at least 11 inches on his own. And here he is holding the weapon. He should have that weapon right off the bat, Hasbro. Now, this is where I'm going to play Evil Ed on this one. 14,000 to get the living metal destroying cannon. That's a stretch for this character, because right now the optics for this is, people are still kind of on the fence. It may hit its 11,000. I just don't know if it's going to hit that full 17 to get all of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then of course you get the 3-piece blast effects. And of course we got to unlock blast effects at 14,000. Just the profiteering on making these plastic parts are amazing. And to get the spike flail, we need to also hit 14,000. Now they might be basing it on what Victory Saber did, but Victory Saber gave us a lot more. And then again, to get this base, the cheap looking base, we got to get the 17,000 for them to make the base. And the base just looks cheap. I mean, it does. And then of course, to get the throne, we got to hit 17,000. Now people are like, well, this is just like Starscream. And no, it's not like Starscream. It's a little more, it looks more like it should in the cartoon. And, I feel like at some point they need to scale that back a little bit, to, if we hit the 11,000, we should at least get the spike flail without having to hit that. So this is the last pick with them standing next to each other. I'm going to say overall, if we get the backers, we're winning. If we don't get the backers, we're going to lose. And that's where it's kind of tricky. So it's up to the people, and we had to hit that 20, they got to basically, they're looking to get 20,000 just like they did with Star Saber. But I don't think the offerings are enough for us to say, okay, we should back this and not get a third party option. I think Hasbro should be a little bit less of trying to profiteer and trying to just say, hey, let's give a little bit more if this thing gets back, because it's only one person. You're not getting Victory Saber set, you're getting a lot. So in my opinion, I'm going to back it, but I'm still on the fence, because now I got to wait for a whole bunch of other people to come in, and we still need about at least 12,000 people to back it. So that's just my thoughts. But I think it's a better offering overall if we get all the parts to it. So what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below. Again, my name is Super Robot Ed. We'll see you soon with more news and reviews. Until then, bye-bye.